Hello, Conrad and Lucy and Caleb. Papa and Spider-Man are back with more of this great Fantastic Four saga that involves Doctor Doom and the Silver Surfer. You'll remember last time Doctor Doom defeated the Surfer and gained his cosmic powers. And so he's going to be a greater threat than ever to our heroes. But they're not even all together because Johnny is with Wyatt and Lockjaw chasing from dimension to dimension, trying to gain access to the Inhumans. What will the other three do without the Human Torch? Well, looky here at this cover. The title is The Dismal Dregs of Defeat, and look at the mighty Doctor Doom with his cosmic powers floating in midair. And we see Reed and Sue and Ben defeated. But look over here. There's Johnny. Here's Wyatt. Evidently, they're going to find a way to rejoin their team. But to what avail? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, look, here is a great storm, an electric form of Doctor Doom that is in view. The editor says this is the most diabolically dangerous arch-villain the world has ever known, and he now possesses the cosmic power of the Silver Surfer himself, reminding us that it happened last issue. But of course, we all know that because we were there and we read it. But let's jump into this story. The thing says, I heard of cases where it rained cats and dogs before, but this is ridiculous. It's raining Doctor Doom. That's even worse. During a sudden thunderstorm atop the famed Baxter Building, the lightning flashes suddenly reveal the aspect of Doctor Doom. Look, Reed, says Sue, it's him. Easy, honey, assures Reed. Don't panic. It's just some sort of visual illusion caused by the electrical storm. I doubt that. More likely caused by the cosmic power of Doctor Doom. Look, there he is again in full form. With the next burst of lightning, the apparition seems to change as it takes on the entire human form of the most evil man alive. Reed thinks it can't be. A freak electrical mirage can't happen twice in a row, not in the image of the same person. There's more to this than a casual phenomenon of nature, but I mustn't let Sue become alarmed. He hollers, head for the stairs. Let's get back inside. There's nothing more we can do out here. And so they flee back into the Baxter Building. But even before they can reach the private stairway, the storm has ended. The lightning is gone. It happened so fast. 1 minute like a tropical monsoon, and now it's like a fading sun shower. I don't like it, says Ben. I never saw no rainstorm like that before. There's something spooky going on here. Well, yes, he's right. But Reed says, forget it, Ben. You're just imagining things. No, but they don't want to believe it. Imagining things? Listen, Stretch. Who the blazes do you think? Uh-oh. And then he thinks, Grim, you're even dumber than you look. He knows blamed well what the score is, but he don't want to upset Susie. I should have figured that. And so he says out loud, well, what are we waiting on? Let's get us some chow. You know, I will say this. I think all the members of the Fantastic Four do not give Sue the credit she deserves. I know she comes across as a very nervous female, but she really is a very powerful and productive member of the team. They need to give her more credit. Back at a distance, we we see this voice, we see these words, it is ended. They have no idea what really happened, but they're worried, confused, shaken, just as I wish them to be. Who is that? It's Dr. Doom, of course. Little do they dream that half a world away, in my castle in Latveria, Dr. Doom himself caused that storm with its attendant apparitions to appear. Very powerful to do that from a distance. But enough of simple routine demonstrations of the cosmic power I now possess. The time has come for those whom I despise most in all the world to feel the fury of my attack, face to face. Then once the Fantastic Four have been disposed of, the entire human race will grovel at the feet of Dr. Doom. Now, before embarking upon my greatest mission, I shall bid farewell to the one who has made it all possible, the one from whom I stole my new matchless power. He came to Earth from beyond the stars, and only I had the strength, the skill to vanquish him. Ha! The once mighty Silver Surfer, now barely able to move a muscle since your new master has stripped you of your power. Surfer says, Master, Galactus had been my master. You are but a flea. You dare to speak so to me? You shall whistle a different tune when I return to destroy you after I have reduced the Fantastic Four to whimpering helplessness. Seconds later, a blast of sheer, undiluted, cosmic energy disperses the very molecules of the castle wall. Zzz. And when the crackling, searing force reaches its maximum intensity, an armored, cloaked figure and an unearthly surfboard hurtle skyward from the center of the raging holocaust. Shoo! And here comes Doom on the silver surfboard. Like some predatory, winged monster from another age, another universe, the incredible arch-fiend zooms westward at a speed which virtually defies belief. Nothing can stop me now. We've heard that line before. Sometime later, as a deeply engrossed, orange-skinned literature lover pursues his relentless quest for knowledge, we see Ben reading ghost stories. He says, I wonder if there really are such things as haunted houses. Probably not, or Stretcho would have conned me into spending a night in one by now. Aw, who'd be dumb enough to fall for stuff like this? These yarns must be written for kids or something. But look, here comes a hand about to tap Ben on the shoulder. You don't catch a sophisticated guy like me getting hung up with I don't remember nothing on my shoulder when I started reading. Gangway! Ben, wait! Come back! It's only me! That's Stretcho's voice. What happened to him? How did he become a ghost so fast? Well, I tell you, I startle easily myself when I get engrossed in books. Just ask Nana how often I get startled and jump, okay? And even your dad and your uncle, they used to startle me all the time. And so I understand how Ben is feeling, but he jumps and tears through the furniture. And then Reed says, what's bothering you, big fella? I've never known you to be so jumpy before. Phew, says Ben, it really is you. Then you ain't. I mean, sheesh. Who's jumpy? I was just practicing my isometric panic lessons. Anyway, you shouldn't ought to sneak up on a guy like that way. It ain't couth. Be that as it may, says Reed, I just wanted to tell you that Sue and I are going to the little cottage we rented at Southampton for the weekend. So be sure to deactivate all the controls and lock up the place when you leave, Ben. Look at this. They're going on vacation. They have no idea the menace that Dr. Doom is planning for them. But they're just going on their merry way. So we'll have to watch and see what happens. Ben says, "You mean you're going to leave me here all alone for the weekend?" Reed teases, "Not exactly. You'll have your ghost stories to keep you company. Hardy har har." Somehow it's hard to worry too much about a friend when he happens to be one of the world's strongest men. "What do you mean, one of?" Okay. And Sue says, "Have a good weekend, Ben. If you need us, you have our number. By the way, why don't you call Alicia?" "Yeah," says Ben, "I'm going to do just that." Then a few minutes after the world's most glamorous newlyweds have departed, Ben says, "What in the name of Aunt Petunia is bugging me? I feel like a Thanksgiving turkey waiting for the blamed axe to fall. I never have been the nervous type before. It's almost like some kind of premonition that something awful is going to happen. You know, Sue had one of those premonitions, and so did Reed. Now I guess it's Ben's turn." At that split second, as though cued by some scene omnipotent stage director, Ben Grimm's whole world seems to come crashing down around him. Scrack! Holy Hannah! Something's pulling me outside, clean through the whole blasted wall. What force is it? It's Doom, and he's for real this time, but I don't get it. He's riding the Silver Surfer's own board. Doom says, "You insufferable, unspeakable blot on the escutcheon of humanity, prepare to meet the fate you so sorely deserve." And so poor Ben, he's up against the cosmic power Doom, and Doom has revenge on his mind. Feel the limitless cosmic power in the hand which you once nearly crushed, and know that it is certainly the last thing you will ever feel in your worthless, soon to be ended life. And Doom gestures toward the thing. "I don't know how he did it," thinks Ben, "but he got the surfer's board, and he managed to get lots of his crazy outer space power too. Brock!" And Doom strikes the thing. "See how easily, how effortlessly I can increase the density of my own physical atoms, enabling me to smash out at you with a force that equals your own brutal, savage strength." The thing thinks, "I can't let him beat me. I gotta fight back somehow. That electric billboard, if I can maybe twist my body so I hit it just right. Zaft! That's it. I did it." So he managed to stop his fall. "Now all I got to do is stand up to all this blastage high voltage tearing through me that I can, while I rip a hunk of steel clean out of here. I got to get it done before Doom figures out what I'm up to." What is he up to? "There, now let him come. I'm ready for him." Rack! And he rips out a weapon from the steel in the sign. "Hey Doom, come here. I got something for you to chew on." Doom says, "What? You still live?" And so Ben tosses that steel like it's a javelin. Doom says, "Well, I'll put an end to, oh," and Thing says, "Geronimo," and the steel hits Doom, zot. But it doesn't have much effect on him. And Thing says, "Go on, hop back on that nutty flying seesaw. See how much good it's gonna do you." And so Doom jumps back on the surfboard. The Thing leaps at him, and pounces on him. Maybe you did manage to steal the Silver Surfer's power, but you still got a lot to learn about how to use it, excepting I aim to see that you never get the chance. And so the thing pounces on Doom and starts to strike him. But of course, he's no match for Doom's cosmic power. Crack. Uh, they go crashing through a tree. First thing I'm going to do is get you off this crummy board, and this is as good a way as any. All right? Is it going to work? I don't think so. Now talk, you rotten, rattling rust pot. What'd you do to the surfer? Where is he? Talk, or I'll clobber it out of you. Doom says, for this indignity, you'll pay 1,000-fold. Now that your witless physical onslaught has spent itself, you will once again feel the full brunt of my matchless cosmic powers. All I need do is focus the vibration rays within my shielded eyepieces like this, and even his eyes shoot out powerful vibration rays at the thing. Oh, they choke him. Instantaneously, the vibration rate of your body is slowed down to a standstill. Your hideous, inhuman limbs will grow heavier, heavier, until you can barely support your own weight. Look at how the powerful rays begin to choke the thing, until finally you are transformed into a virtual living statue, unable to move, unable to speak, the most totally helpless of all mortals. And so shall you remain until I return for you at my pleasure, after I have disposed of the 3 weaker members of your accursed group. And so it is that a short time later, this random couple walk by. The fella says, say, that statue wasn't there earlier, was it? Don't be silly, Tom. Nobody can construct something like that in just a few hours. But it's not a statue. It's the immobile thing, unable to move, paralyzed by the vibration rays from Doom's eyes. The time has come, alas, to leave the motionless thing as we turn our attention once again to the roof of the Baxter Building, where another amazing tableau awaits us. And look there, we made it, Wyatt. Lockjaw has brought us back to New York. Your hours of training really paid off, big fella. Yes, and not a moment too soon, Johnny. And so, Johnny, Wyatt, and Lockjaw appear at the top of the Baxter Building in New York City, just when they are needed the most. Remember, Johnny Storm, Wyatt Wingfoot, and the oversized canine known as Lockjaw were about to be stomped on by some typical crazy Kirby-esque carnivores. That means carnivores that only Jack Kirby could draw. They were in another dimension last-ish. Of course, we remember that, but we're so glad that they are in New York now. But how come he brought us back here instead of closer to our goal behind the negative barrier? Wyatt says, I don't like it, Johnny. Lockjaw is growling. Something disturbs him. It is a bad sign. Grrr. And look, his antennae are crackling. Yeah, I think there's a bad sign. Johnny doesn't understand. Something disturbs him after all the false leads, all the wild goose chases he's taken us on. I've got a good mind to paste that 4-footed freak smack in the snout with a fireball. As if that's going to do any good. And Wyatt warns him, easy, Johnny. Losing your temper will only undo all we've sought to accomplish all these weeks. Lockjaw is trying to warn us. There is danger here. Danger which only a hypersensitive beast such as he can detect. Perhaps if we look over the edge of the roof. What's going on? Johnny, I found something. The wall below. Something has torn a gaping hole right through it. Johnny says that's the main section of our operations unit. Stand back, fella. I'm heading down there on the double. Flame on! Wyatt, take the stairs. Get here as soon as you can. I can't figure out what happened here, but I know one thing. It's serious. Deadly serious. Oh, Johnny has no idea how right he is. How deadly serious is the situation he's facing. I'm so glad that he's back, and so he's able to help his partners to fight off Dr. Doom. But how can they do it? Even with all their powers combined, Dr. Doom is a worthy foe on his own, but now with the cosmic power of the Silver Surfer at his command, he seems unbeatable. And remember, the title of this issue is The Dismal Dregs of Defeat. Maybe they will be defeated this time. Maybe this will be the end of the Fantastic Four. What do you think? Well, I doubt it, but I wonder how this story is going to end. We've got a long way to go before it ends, so hang in with me, okay? We've got several more Papa videos to go. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.